the importance of standing strong, standing together against this racist white supremacist system. Now, we have a strong show for you tonight. In the meantime, once again, I'd like to ask you all, get on Facebook Live, get on Twitter, text your friends, tell every black man, woman, and child that you know that cares about true freedom to get here, as we are here to condemn Trump. All right. Attorney Dr. Malik Zulu Shabaz have done such a great job of bringing people from all over the country here. We have a distinguished brother from Baton Rouge, Dr. Reed. Give him a strong black hand as you welcome to the stage. Dr. Reed. Right,
I got you. How y'all doing? I was asked to come here because of the killing of Alton Sterling, which is actually a murder. And we cannot, or should I say we will not, continue to allow the Ku Klux Klan to murder us. So, when I understand that when the KKK, the Ku Klux Klan, infiltrates this law enforcement, they become the damn Ku Klux Klan with a license to kill. So I came to 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue where the damn head wizard sits and gives them the okay to brutalize blacks and murder us in the streets. Now, as a people, we have to be as real as we can with each other. We can't come to this damn cracker's house and say that Black Lives Matter, damn it, and we don't let it be known at the damn crack house, the heroin house, and every other damn house, and including in our own community. In order for Black lives to matter, damn it, it got to matter to us first. If it don't matter to us, it will never, ever matter to anybody else, but at the same time, we refuse to sit back and let those that are paid to protect us murder us. Sometimes the only thing that this man understands is hand-to-hand combat. And we cannot continue to sit back and play the coward role. Pray for a better day. Damn it, we're gonna make it a better day because a better day has already come with what you see before you. I didn't look for 1,000 people or 1,000,000 people. I looked for the real ones to come out so that we will know that we can stand strong in the middle of this beast and let this beast know that we recognize you, Trump, for the coward that you are. We didn't have fake news until we got a damn fake president. We didn't have no damn fake news till we got a fake damn president sitting in the White House like a damn demon ordering individuals to go out and murder. And when Trump said it to the police department, you know how you cover your head when you're putting them in? You don't have to be so nice. Don't be so nice, damn it, and we won't be so damn nice. This is a new day today. So as a people, stand strong. This is almost over. And the only thing that I pray for God to let me do is be by his side when he pushed these damn devils into hell, because that's where the hell they going. Thank you.
Woo! All right, give brother Dr. Reed a strong black hand. He came out here from Baton Rouge to be here with us today. All right, and he brought up a few things about this man. I don't even know if we can call him a man. We'll just call him a coward, Donald Trump. All right, that we came to condemn. And he's right. He's right as he calls Donald Trump a fake man. And Donald Trump likes to refer to the news as fake news. Well, some of it is fake, a lot of it is crap, but whatever he disagrees with, he calls crap. Now, I like to remind you that this man that want to send some of our young black men and women off the wall refused to fight. He refused to fight, but he wants to demonize Syria like they did to Libya, and you see what happened to Libya, all right? We're not going to allow him to do that to Syria. If he wants to have a war in Syria, we say let him take his cracker coward ass, him and his family, let them go over there and fight that goddamn war. We ain't going to fight no war that's not going to empower us. As Muhammad Ali said, our war is right here. Our war is right here, and our war is against these oppressive white supremacists that want to keep us as permanent slaves. Whether it be chattel slavery, debt slavery, or wage slavery, we refuse to be enslaved. And we are here to empower each other and work together. We have an economic plan that we're going to be giving everybody. As I said earlier, we have a detailed, step-by-step call to action that we want you to take back to your community. All right? We got Brother James Muhammad that has come down here from Florida to help you. Give him a strong black hand. Thank you.
First of all, we say Black Power. Black Power.
Black Power.
Give congratulations and word to Dr. Malik Zulu Shabaz. We're getting ready to introduce our next speaker. This man, you know, he's been all over the news. He's been in Ferguson. He's been arrested for being out in the street. He stood up. He wrote the book, Race Matters. Is that right? Race Matters. I'm not going to even I'm not going to keep talking. I'm going to bring him on up. My brother, my friend, Dr. Cornell West. Give him a round of applause. Black Power. Thank you, Doc.
No, we are where we ought to be. We want to tell the truth this afternoon. We want to bear witness. I want to begin by saluting my dear brother, Malik Zulu Shabaz. Give it up for our dear brother. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Here he is. And this is very important because we need to be able to come together across political, ideological, and religious lines. People ask me all the time, why is it that you spend time with the new Black Panther Party with Brother Rasheem? Where's Brother Rasheem at? Is he here? Is he here? He's on the way. Give it up for the new Black Panther Party here. Give it up for our brother. Why you spend time with Brother Malik Shabaz? I say, y'all don't understand that when you a love warrior, you love black folk in all the different forms and all the different embodiments. Why? Because I am who I am, because somebody loved me, beginning with my mama and my father, Irene and Clifton, beginning with Shiloh Baptist Church, and beginning with the musicians, be it a John Coltrane's Love Supreme or Anita Simone, or be it Aretha Franklin, or be it Curtis Mayfield. It's what the Isley brothers call a caravan of love. And you know what? One of the ways in which white supremacy is able to reproduce itself is to divide us in such a way that we can't tell the truth to one another and still love one another. We don't have to agree on everything in order to be in solidarity with one another, especially when we focus in on black youth who have been the subject of so much war over and over and over again, not just a economic war in terms of these decrepit schools and indecent housing and unbelievable ways in which they are taught to hate themselves, but it's also a spiritual war. Look at the dumbed down music. Look at the music about titillation and stimulation rather than caring and nurturing. Look at the music that doesn't allow them to have a sweetness and a gentleness so that they're able to hold each other together. And not only that, but accent what Otis Redding talked about. Try a little tenderness rather than just say my name, say my name, say my name, say my name. Black people have taught the world, after 400 years of being hated, so much about love. It could be James Baldwin, it could be Toni Morrison, it could be Ray Charles, it could be a Stevie Wonder, it could be a Martin Luther King Jr. And yeah, you looking at a black man, you looking at a Jesus-loving free black man who comes out of the revolutionary wing of the black church, but I can embrace a Muslim like Malcolm X. I can love a Muslim like Silas Muhammad. I can love the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. I can love Minister Louis Farrakhan. Why? Because I got enough love in me to break my fear. I'm not afraid of anybody. I'm not afraid of any movement. Why? Because I know what I'm about. I know what my calling is, and that is to tell the truth. And when you're in love with black people, you got to tell the truth about white supremacy. Because white supremacy tries to tell black people that black freedom is a pipe dream. that black history is a curse, that black hope is a joke, and black love is a crime. So when you love black people, you ought to get ready to be criminalized. You ought to get ready to be demonized. And you can tell the truth about gangsters in the White House like Donald Trump. And I call him a gangster in the name of Jesus.
Tell it.
Because I was a gangster before I met Jesus. I'm just a redeemed sinner with gangster proclivities. And when you get freed up with the radical love and the radical freedom in the love, when you get freed up in such a way that you can embrace folk who are being trashed and most importantly, keep a focus on the least of these. If we can't fall in love with Jamal and Letitia on the corner, on the block, in the nightclub, in the prison, or in the alley, then our love is just sounding brass and tinkling cymbals. And let me tell you this, 50 years ago, we lost Brother Martin Luther King, didn't we? We knew he loved us whether you agreed with him ideologically or not. He was for real. He was the real thing. He wasn't some semblance or some simulacra. But I notice, oh Lord, 50 years later, I look at so many of our black elites and black leaders, and I just say, where did all of these moral midgets and spiritual dwarfs come from?
Thank you.
What happened to their courage? What happened to their love? Where were they when they had the mass incarceration regime? Where were they when you had the drone strikes dropped in Yemen and Afghanistan? We got to focus not just on the police killing our young people, standing up and making sure these police go to jail. We got to be concerned about the massacres taking place in Yemen, taking place in Gaza. We got to be consistent across the board. But you got to be consistent in such a way that you straight your back up. But I tell you what has happened in the last 50 years, that the money has taken over. The celebrity culture has taken over. Its image and spectacle is taken over. Posing and posturing rather than sacrificing and serving the people. What we love about Malcolm, what we love about Martin, what we love about Nina Simone, what we love about Curtis Mayfield is that they gave all that they had. They emptied themselves. They gave of themselves to enable us, to empower us in their same way. We don't have enough folk like that today. We got folks so obsessed with image and spectacle and money and status that they end up indifferent and callous to the folk who are catching hell. The wretched of the earth are rendered more and more invisible. But what is distinctive about what we talking about today is that we not going to fetishize Trump as if he has magical powers. He is as American as cherry pie. He's as American as apple pie. He's an expression of a deeply white supremacist, predatory capitalist, imperialist, misogynist, transphobic, homophobic elements in American civilization. And we simply say, we come from a people who love each other and love others enough to tell the truth, even if you're going to lie about it. Even if we got to stand next to each other and have to deal with all of the mischaracterizations and all of the misconstrues. If I can't stand with Malik Shabaz, if I can't stand with Silas Muhammad, if I can't talk about Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad, who was a free black man, do I agree with everything he said? Of course not. How come? Because I'm a free black man. But you know what? Just like in Duke Ellington's band, where everybody's free to lift your voice, and when you lift your voice, you embody the anthem of a blues people. And when you lift your voice, you're not supposed to agree with everything. What you're supposed to focus on is what cost they're willing to pay. What you got to focus on is what kind of love is flowing and what kind of service are they rendering. That's why we are here together today, not just this particular Saturday. We've been here for the convention. Isn't that right, Brother Malik? We've been here for the convention. brought together with Shabaz University and keeping the focus on our precious, priceless young black folk and today black men. Now, we're not excluding the black sisters. They go together. But we focusing on the young black brothers who haven't been loved enough, haven't been attended to enough, haven't been cared to enough, been treated as if they're just superfluous, been treated as if they're less than human, and it's connected to White House, Wall Street, State House, City Hall. And I'm going to tell you something else before I sit down. That as vicious as white supremacy is, it's so deep on the inside of black people's souls sometimes that it's not just a matter of skin pigmentation. That's why sometimes we can have some of our black policemen trigger happy too. Because they're part of the same culture of the police departments that think that somehow they can do anything to our young people and get away with it with no accountability, no responsibility, no answerability, knowing they're not going to jail. Well, we simply here to say, we know what's going on. We're going to raise our voices. We're going to be organized and mobilized. We're going to call for some accountability no matter what color you are, because Jamal and Letitia are as precious as any youth anywhere in the world, and we want them to know that. That's what we're here today for. I'm blessed to be here today, and you know what? I'm coming back too. Oh yes, I'm coming back. Anyway, people have enough courage and vision to keep track of the least of these echoes of the 25th chapter of Matthew. What you do for the least of these, you do unto me. And the least of these are precisely those who are so crushed spiritually, economically, but always bounce back. That's why I continually come back to black music. 2 years ago, we lost Brother Prince, Duke Ellington, Count Basie, Queen Aretha, Godfather James Brown. It's in black music that we've had the highest level of our freedom and our love, and they set the standard for any of the leaders and spokespersons, because if you have enough love in you, as John Coltrane, then you're going to be a freedom fighter. You're going to be willing to cut against the grain. You're not going to allow money to determine who you are. You're not going to allow your status to blind you to the suffering of other people. If you really have the deep genius of a Curtis Mayfield who can drop out of junior high at 8th grade, but create songs that embrace us at the deepest level of who we are. Let us never forget those giants, those geniuses who loved us so. Let us put a smile on their face as we attempt to, in our lives and body, impart their afterlife. This is what the Isley brothers call a caravan of love. A love of truth, and the condition of truth is to allow suffering to speak. It's a love of goodness, and black folk, oh, we've got a rich history of goodness. It's the love of beauty. And just look at yourselves right now, and you're seeing something so beautiful. And for some of us who are religious, Muslims, Judaic, Buddhist, Hindu, I'm a revolutionary Christian. I have a love of God. And it empowers me in the midst of all of this nightmare, all of the lies and mendacity, all of the cold-heartedness and mean-spiritedness of Donald Trump and his cronies and Wall Street and the military-industrial complex and the State Department and the Pentagon. They all go together. Never isolate white supremacy from capitalism. Never isolate capitalism from colonialism and imperialism. And let us bring our critiques to bear on patriarchy. It might be a black men's day, but if you're so insecure as a black man that you gotta put a woman down, you got some deep spiritual and moral work you still got to do. That's the tradition we talking about. Thank you all so very much. Stay strong in what you're doing. We come from a great people with a grand tradition.
All right. Let's give a round of applause for Dr. Cornel West. Yes. Everybody, we know why we're here today. This is a historic event, the 10,000 Black Men's March. And of course, I am standing here because I want all our brothers to understand that we women, we support you. We're here because you're here. And we're so happy that you want to be as different than the day, than yesterday, than the day that you decided to say, I'm going to step up and do better today. Black power?
Black power.
We got so much in store for you. But black man, this is a serious thing. Our black men are under attack, and we have been for years. Right now, we stand in the back of us at the White House. And we know that all what within that White House is a corruption that is against every black man that's standing here. What we got to do is not look for any type of assistance that stands behind us in this White House. But we got to go ahead and take control of our own communities. We got to go ahead and say, hey, teach our own black men. We got to go ahead and say, black woman, you need to talk to your black man. You need to stand with your black man. You need to talk it out before he gets up in the morning. You need to stand with him and teach him and train him. See, women, we have a soft subtleness about us. We whisper in the middle of the night, but we make our men get up in the morning strong. We don't want a weak black man. We want a strong black man. And we want to give a round of applause. And when a black man does well, we want to applaud them for that. We don't want to tear him down bit by bit, but we want to build them up on the good things that they do. We're not a feminist woman. Feminism was created by the white woman. But we are black women. We're not a feminist woman. We are a black strong woman that support our black men. So you don't talk bad about a black man. You sit up there and you support that black brother. If you have some constructive criticism to give your brother, you do it in the middle of the night. And in the morning, you stand next to him and support him on everything that he does.
Right on.
We got to take this seriously, but accountability belongs to us. We got to stop looking for these handouts from society, from the white man. They're not trying to give us anything. You are in charge of your own families. Black woman, you have a role. Black man, you have a larger role. We need you guys to step up and take responsibility for your families.
Every day.
We don't need you running around and doing all the things that you do. No, you got to take care of family. See, what happened in our communities is that we've abandoned a family concept. We got to get back to black man and black woman. We got to stop fighting against each other like we're competing in this society. The black man is not my enemy. We don't have an enemy. We come from an African culture and we embrace our black men. So this is why I stand for the 10,000 Black Men's March, because we have to stop the division and the conquering of our system. We are not a division, divide and conquer. You will not divide and conquer us. Say it. You will not divide and conquer us. Black power.
Black power.
That's right, sister.
Right now, I want to go ahead and introduce a very strong black mother. We got to make sure we give respect when respect is due. And right now, I want to call to the mic Pastor Ted Sutton. Let's give him a round of applause.
Black woman is gone.
Brother Ted Sutton. What's up, brother? It came off as well. That's all right.
I tell you, first it's just an honor to be here. How many of y'all happy that you're here? How many feel good that you made it here? And I say that because when I'm driving through the streets, when my son is walking from school, I'm concerned about him getting home. I look at that, and yes, I'm Dr. Ted Sutton, but I love to share the pot, but if you ever Google Crazy Ted, you're gonna see my face, y'all. Over in Baltimore, I was one of the younger people when they wrote the series The Wire. A lot of people knew my godfather, a man named Little Melvin Williams. But I only share that not to brag about being in the streets, but to show a point of reference of how far God has brought this brother right here, y'all. And I had to go through some things. But let me share something with you. My daughter, she's 12 years old, and her teacher had said something to her. She said, I was reading about your father, and I saw he had saved some people in a house fire. He caught a baby from the 3rd floor, and they also in the article had said he has brought homeless people into his home, and that he works with gang members around the country and different things of that nature. And they said, she said, is your father a policeman or is he a fireman? And my daughter responded, said, no, ma'am. She said, he's just a man. And I love that. In fact, one of the things that kind of made me feel bad is she sat on my lap. She said, you know what, Daddy? She said, I may not ever get married. And I said, well, Pooh, why would you say that, sweetie? And she said, because I may never find a man that's quite like you. But I tell you one thing, it made me feel a little sad and it made me feel a little glad because, see, we have to set the standard higher for what a man look like. We need to set the standard for what a man talk like. And to be real honest with you, when I'm seeing somebody getting abused, I don't want to be the one holding the video camera. I'm going to let somebody else videotape it. See, I like to be what they call an equalizer. I like to balance it out. To be honest with you and things, it don't make sense for you to call yourself a man, but you don't do manly stuff. It bothers me. I had to tell some of the young guys that I work with, I said, let me tell you something, I said, keeping it real, I said, it ain't sexy if your girl was going out every day, working 2 jobs, and she leave you on the couch and come back and you on that same couch. I said, that ain't sexy, brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you know what I said to me, especially when you still got that bowl of cereal and you still leave the bowl of cereal, so like her child, she got to tell you, can you at least put the bowl of cereal in the sink? I said, it's not sexy. I said, you know what's sexy? I said, when you come in with groceries. When you come in with them bags of groceries and you start pulling out the meats and the fruits and the vegetables. And you're putting milk out there, and then that's when the child, they get happy and they see the cereal come out and then they start smiling and then the woman, she's happy that something is going on. I was speaking somewhere and I said, and for the men that you don't think your children are worth dying for and you're not ready to protect them, you need to move to a city where women can protect you. It bothers me. I said it also bothers me just like how they allowed this man to get into the White House who have no concern for us. If you don't affect his money or his pocket, he's not concerned with you. And I said that. But I share one thing, because even when I shared some of my testimony, because I didn't just start out Dr. Ted. I was part of the problem. I was the young guy running around Baltimore streets with a sawed-off shotgun. I was the person that you didn't want to see in the dark. I was the person that you could say I wasn't a drug dealer, but you could say I was into what's called collections. I would persuade people with extreme prejudice to pay some of the people they owe. But the reason I have to share that part is because it's a lot of people who are going to mosques, who are going to churches, who are going to places around the country, and they're passing young brothers that got their pants hanging down, that's got the gold teeth, and they saying like, look at that. Look at him. Let me share something with you. Now, my pants may have been up, but the actions that I was doing, I was one of them. And see, I want to represent some hope that God can turn a mess into a miracle.
That's right. That's right.
And if the time isn't now, when is it?
That's right, bro.
The world has been waiting for Superman, and the time is now.
That's right. Yes, sir.
I get a little dismayed when I see that, because I love that all of the things that I had to go through. In fact, in 1 year, I had so many things happen, I almost lost my mind. First, they had given my godfather 35 years, and my best friend was gunned down in Baltimore. I had to hold his brains in while the paramedics came. Two of my other guys both received life plus 20, so if they ever finish the life sentence, they still got 20 more years to go. One of my other guys, he was one of my pit bulls. He was good with his hands. He actually got gunned down. He was paralyzed from the neck down, could not move anything. My other guy, they found him in Drew Hill Park, stabbed up in his own car, because it told me that it was a friend that had done it. Because you would never sit in the park in the middle of the night with somebody behind you that you don't know. Girlfriend got diagnosed with cancer and passed away within a year of her diagnosis. I'm just talking about 1 year in my life. Had to leave home because both of my parents was in the civil rights movement. Father, organizer with Dr. King. Mother worked for Medgar Evers. Had to go through some stuff. But I was that middle child that thought I knew everything. And it is something some of the young cats you see, I tell them the only ones I can't teach is the one who feel he know everything. And I had to go through some things. And isn't it good to have friends, y'all? Let me tell you, I had a real good friend. In fact, every time I think of him, this song comes up, and it goes like, friends, how many of us have them? Friends, before we go any further, let's be. Yeah. Well, let me share what my friend did. My friend, he got caught with a carload of guns, and to get himself out, he sent the ATF to my home. That's the Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms Task Force. They almost shot my pit bulls, my Rottweilers, 2 guys in my crew, and my nephew. And then they left from there and then went to my church-going parents' house and raided their house. Isn't it good to have friends, y'all? But I'm going to tell you, like the Tale of Two Cities, it was the best of times, it was the worst of times. Because I ended up being in a situation where, see, that no man could help me. And I actually, when they was talking about it, they in the courtroom, my lawyer said, there's no way you going home today. They asked for me to make a deal. They offered me 15 years first. Went from there and then offered me 7 years. All the way down to 18 months. Let me share something with you. I had one of my friends come in. And actually, I was happy to see him because I thought on TV, you know, when you see you in court, your homies come up and be like, yeah, yo, I got you, yo. If it go down, I got your commissary. I'm going to take care of your peoples, all this and that. Well, mine didn't quite go like that. He saw me, and he looked me in the face, and then he looked down at the ground. And then he walked to the back of the courtroom, and I realized that what was happening is he didn't want anybody to know that he even knew Crazy Ted. So if you don't remember, my name is Dr. Ted Freedom Fighter Sutton. Just remember the message. The worst thing that could ever happen to you is for you to fall in love with something that don't love you back. See, when you love something that don't love you, you do all of the giving and they do all of the caking until you have nothing else to give anymore. And I was in that situation, and let me share something with you. I ended up leaving out, and I went into, I found the bathroom, and I asked for God to give me a second chance in the second floor, fourth bathroom stall with toilet water on the floor 10 minutes before I was to get sentenced to 15 years, and I received a miracle, y'all. I went back into the courtroom. They read off my arrest record. I've been arrested for racketeering, loan sharking, handgun, assault with a handgun, strong arming. Lawyer said, there's no way you're going home. The state's attorney said this young man should not be allowed to go back into the community like I was the worst person in the world. Let me share something with you. I know that I received a miracle on that day to be standing before you right now. And I actually went up and he held that paper up. He said, I want to hear from him. And he held that paper up and I know he said, I got to give him 15 years. And God said, don't do it. He said, I got to give him the 7 years. He's earned that, God. Don't do it. He said, I got to at least give him the 4 years. He earned that. Well, let me share something with you. They ended up dismissing all charges on me, y'all. And let me tell you how bad it was. I actually chose what jail I wanted to go to. I said, I don't want to go to Hagerstown. I said, it's too far from my family. I said, I didn't want to go to the Eastern Shore. It was too racist down there in the prison. I said, send me to Jessup. That's about 30 minutes away from my house. And I told him, I said, you know what? And send me there. You know, brother, let me say something. They had to put me out of the courtroom. They dismissed all charges on me. After I chose what jail to go to, he turned around and he said, well, I hope I don't see you. He said, Mr. Sutton, you can leave, you can go. He said, but I hope I never see you like this. And I said, you'll never see me like this. And I went out and got my bachelor's degree, my master's degree, my doctorate degree. I started working with transitional housing for gang members, independent living program for young men aging out of foster care, recording studio for young people. I started an anti-bullying curriculum, an anti-gang intervention. I started working with Bloods in California, Crips in Little Rock, Arkansas, Vice Lords, Gangster Disciples in Chicago, and I started going around.
Yeah, okay. Don't stop now. Keep it rolling.
Wrote the book From Pain to Power, Temporarily Insane, and they're doing the movie All of a Sudden About Me, and I'm here with the message, it ain't how you start, it's how you finish. So for all of those poverty pimps that say that they in this fight, and for some of them preachers that won't come outside of the walls, send me the brothers that you won't deal with. Because if you ever change some of them, they'll help change this world. And my name is Dr. Ted Freedom Fighter Sutton, and I support that message. I'm out of here.
Let's give Pastor Ted Sutton a round of applause. All right, we're going to keep it going here. We're talking about, you're here standing here because, of course, you know, there's one ingredient that we're all trying to get, and that's called reparations. Reparations for our people. So for everybody who believes in reparations and wants to talk that walk, and not only talk it, but walk it, I'm going to go ahead and bring out another a fine candidate in regards to talking about this issue of reparations. I want to welcome to the mic, John Cheeks.
Good afternoon, Washington, D.C. I can't hear you.
Yeah, all right.
This is about money.
Come on.
This is about unpaid wages.
Don't mess with my money.
Our ancestors have left lots of money on the table for us.
That's right. Come on, brother.
I have been sworn as an agent to retrieve unpaid money for our people who are descendants of American slaves.
Yeah.
We will start in Washington, D.C. first. The rest of the country will follow suit.
That's right. Tell it.
Washington, D.C. owes 251 years of money and benefits.
Come on with that. Come on with that.
It is called recovery.
Come on with that.
It is called, to our civil rights group, reparations. The new generation is here for recovery.
Get that to the house.
People, let recovery stick in your minds.
That's right.
Any candidate who is sitting in office anywhere in this nation will understand the meaning of recovery benefits for Black Americans. We need our unpaid due. We need it now. We cannot live in this country without money. How many can live without money? Raise your hand. I thought so. I thought so. We have a president who's in the house that our ancestors built for free. We have a congressional seat who's at the Capitol that our ancestors built for free.
That's what he said.
We have the senators at that Capitol who enjoy the dome for free. It is time. It is time for all industries, all institutions, all associations, and yes, we have public utility companies
And the church.
who have benefited from slavery, such as your water company and your gas company. How do you think water was purified? Who did it?
We did it. We did it.
How do you think the gas lines were buried in the street?
We did all of it.
Who do you think did it?
We did it.
From now on, all of you paying utility members, I want you to send a note when you pay your water and your gas bill. My ancestors are still looking for their unpaid wages. I am a child of a descendant of a slave. Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia. Matter of fact, let me hold on Virginia. They owe 400 years. Let's talk about Maryland. They owe 360 years. Let's talk about New England.
Yes, sir.
We love New England. We know that they're freedom fighters. We know that they participated in the Civil War. But those forts weren't built overnight by them. They were built by who? Thank you. Who do you think made the uniforms for the Revolutionary War? Thank you. We participated for free. It is time to be repaid. From now on, I want you guys to go and pay strict attention to the website, uscria.com. This is our mission to take our money back. America will be made great when it takes care of the children of descendants of slaves. Thank you.
All right, that was from John Cheeks talking about reparations. All right, I want to go ahead and bring to the mic an honorable man. Definitely one of the reasons why we need every last Black man amongst us is a leader. But sometimes we need that glue that holds us together. And the gentleman that I'm going to bring out to the mic is Attorney Malik Zulu Shabaz, an attorney that fights for justice, that fights for our people, and is the glue that holds and brings all of our people together. Sometimes it's not about an individual man, but it's about a man that can bring and mobilize the people into unity. One thing I want to say is Black unity. Everybody, Black unity. Black unity? Black unity. All right, I'm going to go ahead and bring Attorney Malik Zulu Shabaz.
Black power. Black power.
Black power.
Black power.
Black power.
Black power.
Black power.
Assalamu alaikum. Hotel.
Hold up.
and black laws for all black people. Giving honor to God, I bear witness that regardless to land, label, or language, I bear witness that there is but one God. I give credit to God for all the prophets, but I, as a black man inside of the pits and hells of North America, I say that God has come to us. I thank God for Sister Queen Harriet Tubman. I thank God for one of my favorite preachers, Reverend Nat Turner. I thank God for the man that gave us the red, the black, and the green, and who taught us one God, one aim, and one destiny, the Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey. I thank God here for the messenger of Allah, one of the greatest black men of all time, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. I thank God for a man he trained, the fiery prophet of black nationalism, Minister Malcolm X. I thank God for Dr. King. I thank God for Huey Newton. I thank God for Stokely Carmichael, Kwame Ture. I thank God for all of those who lost their lives in the Middle Passage. I thank God for every one of them that have come amongst us. But as I stand here before you in front of the White House, he taught me it's called a White House because it's for white folks. I'm talking about Khalid Abdul Muhammad. I won't be long, but I must be strong. And we have come here at the head of the snake, the United Snakes of America. I'm right here at the head of the snake. Don't get scared on me now. I done fought too hard, too long to come up here and punk out on this message tonight.
There you go.
I didn't come to lighten up, I come to tighten up. Up here outside of this White House, which is the head of wickedness and is the head of evil anywhere on the face of the planet Earth. It come out of 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. Make no mistake about it. This is the capital of wickedness all over the planet Earth. We'll get to this devil Donald Trump in a minute. Because I don't just want you to focus on Trump. Trump is the latest devil in a line of devils that have occupied this house behind us. It started off with old George Washington. Yeah, the founding father of America, old George Washington. A slave owner, a raper of black women, a killer of Indians, right here from 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. Thomas Jefferson, a raper of black women. Thomas Jefferson, oh, no good slave owner. Thomas Jefferson has the blood of black people on his hands. Thomas Jefferson has the DNA of the rape of black women on his record. All coming out of 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. The head of the snake, 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. The latest beast in a long line of beasts. Old toupee wearing, ugly faced Donald Trump. I mean, he needs to be charged with terrorism just by looking at his damn face every night. Am I right? Black power?
Black power.
Black power.
Black power.
Now come on, you take some of my backbone, I'm gonna give my backbone into your backbone. Because I ain't come all the way here to Pennsylvania Avenue and get out here in front of Homeland Security, the FBI, and all these damn cameras out here, and everything that's going on out here. There is no God but God.
Tell it.
There is none on the planet worthy of worship but God. There is none whom we black people and any people of the oppressed should fear. We should bow down to God and God alone. And we have to stand up and stand up for truth alone.
That's only the truth.
I don't care if it's 1,000,000, 10,000, or a damn 100. I'm on the side of truth.
All day, every day.
Everybody has compromised this struggle.
Tell it.
Everybody has cut some kind of slick deal.
Oh, listen.
Everybody has cut out or sold out or been bought out on some kind of behalf, but not us. Black power?
Black power.
A snake. We call it the United Snakes of America.
Yes, sir.
One of the early United States flags had a snake emblem. And it said, "Don't tread on me."
That's right.
Don't tread on me. The head of imperialism, the head of colonialism, and damn it, the head of Zionism. Right up here, 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. Here's the headquarters of your misery. Huh? This is the source of your problem.
Come on now.
Main source.
You all right?
Yeah, good.
Let's look at America today. Let's look at how backwards America is. America, who says that she is the most progressive nation in terms of human rights. America, who lectures nations all over the earth, lectures countries in foreign jurisdictions and foreign courts, lectures other nations on human rights, lectures other leaders on democracy, and claims to be the standard for decency and democracy around the planet. Let me ask you this. Is America the leading protector of human rights on this planet?
No, sir. No, sir.
Or is America the leading violator of human rights on this planet?
Violator.
A snake is something that looked like you could touch it. A snake is looking like something maybe you could pet it. But you put your hand close enough, that snake gonna bite you. A snake is a slithering animal. A snake is a deceitful animal. A snake look like it's going one way and going the other way. Khalid Muhammad taught me about the United Snakes of America.
Tell it.
Look at America today. Afraid of the rise of black people. Angry at the existence of black people. Donald Trump and his Confederate white ring racist followers in fear of a black country. In fear of a black planet. In fear of the genetic power of the black man who have the power to drive them from the face of the planet Earth. White people in America. White people in America afraid of the rise of blacks.
Yes, sir.
White people in America. All of you who come to visit this White House, I don't care what race you are. America has gone backwards.
Right.
America has elected an outright bigot and put him in office. According to all of your polls, black and white, you say that 60% of the American public say that Donald Trump is a racist. Maybe we're wrong.
No, sir.
Maybe it's Gallup or CNN made a mistake.
No, sir. No, sir.
On the charges of racism, how do you find Donald Trump?
Guilty.
What kind of jury is this? On the charges of racism, how do you find Donald Trump?
Guilty.
How do you find him?
Guilty.
Let's look at this bigoted. I get to him.
Don't forget the Congress.
I gotta save all my names. Let me just mosey along for a little while.
Don't forget the Congress.
Now look at this situation. Here's a country that's supposed to model its presidency off of civility. Here's a nation that whenever a president come to pass or to office, he's measured on his manners. He's measured on how he professionally conducts himself because he's the leader of the country. He's supposed to be the leader of the country, and he represents all of the citizens and is supposed to represent them with at least a minimal degree of dignity.
That's right. Good teacher.
Look at this foul-mouthed, filthy bastard we have in office right now.
That's it.
Tell it.
Ain't much.
He's a foul-mouthed, filthy, no-good bastard. The President of the United States, Donald Trump.
United States.
Expose that devil.
He's foul.
Expose him.
He's filthy. He's a savage. He's a beast on display before the whole world.
Menace to society.
But sadly enough, white America and white people who are listening to me right now, he's a reflection of your own self. He's from you and in you, and he coming out of you, and this beast is on display, but he represents the beast that's within you.
Tell it.
Damn.
He is your brother. He is your elected representative. And stop lying to me, white man, like you not for Donald Trump. You know you voted for goddamn Donald Trump.
Exactly. Hell yeah.
Black power?
Black power.
Are y'all with me?
Hell yeah.
If this the last message I deliver, ever, I'm gonna tell the truth.
Tell it.
He is a reflection, white people, of yourself. But he's not playing, he's not masking it and smiling in our face. He's on display, but he's your own inner self come out on display. That's you over there. That's your brother,
Tell him.
Donald Trump.
Snake.
Oh, no. Make it plain, bro.
So don't act like he's an anomaly.
Make it plain.
Don't act like he is just some aberration.
Tell it.
He represents the feelings and the heart of the majority of white America.
70%.
60% of white people back Donald Trump.
Yes, they do.
Here's a man that cheats on his wife on a regular and consistent basis. He have no respect for no woman on the planet. This vile, foul bastard.
That's who he is. All praise.
James Comey, FBI former director. Was James Comey lying when he said that Donald Trump was in a hotel room
Tell it.
before the election watching Russian prostitutes urinate on each other?
Tell it.
Obama occupied.
Was James Comey lying?
No, sir. James Comey told the truth.
Was his latest prostitute? Which one is it? I got to get a book out to go through Donald Trump's prostitutes.
First lady.
I got to have a log book to log in his holes. She said Donald Trump tells his prostitutes, "You remind me of my daughter." Several witnesses to his private and filthy affairs say that when he gets ready to cheat and violate his wife,
that he tells them, you remind me of my daughter. Think about these things. He's a sick man. He's a sadistic and a sick man that has visions of his own child and daughter in the bedroom. But I got news for you, white America. He's your brother. His sickness is your sickness. And if his sickness wasn't your sickness, he wouldn't be the damn president. How the hell he become president? How the hell does he become president? If most of the white people in America don't back him over the cover or under the cover. Reparations. Separation.
Come on. That's it.
I want to tell every Republican that hear this message, everybody that says that black people just want food stamps, all of you who are under your breath saying that black people have too many abortions, that they use up too many food stamps, that you say that the black people are the dredge or the burden on the American economy, and that you blame it on the niggas.
Go ahead.
All of you who want to blame it on the niggas.
Say it, tell it. Say it now.
Y'all all right with me?
Hell yeah.
Black power?
Black power.
Give me a minute, let me rock this thing here,
Do your
man.
thing, man.
Rock it, don't knock it.
I'm talking to black and white out here.
There it is, man.
And you listen to me, white people, even if you disagree with me, analyze what I'm saying. Please analyze what I'm saying. This is a sickness in America. America's sick. White people in America, you're sick.
Say it.
And you elect a sicko psycho in the office. No manners, no civility, no class. And damn it, and that's what the history of America is. The history of America is savage. The history of America is full of killing Indians. The history of America is killing the Lakota. The history of America is killing the Cherokee. The history of America is the trail of tears and driving the true owners of this land. Not 1 square inch of America is legal. All of it was stolen from the red man and stolen from the Indians.
Black man. The black man.
Not 1 square inch of this land was obtained legally. It started with theft.
From the black man.
It started with murder. It started with lies and deceit. And now you got the biggest liar and deceiver in the White House. And I got news for you. Whoever occupies the White House, he gonna do the white man's bidding. A black man was here that is civilized, as they say. He's courteous. He's congenial. He's well-mannered. And he's launching drones out that building right there. He did everything that that white people wanted him to do.
Everything.
He's kept a smile for you all the time, and everything's happy, no matter what's going on. I'm happy, me and Michelle.
Get his ass.
Woo! Hell yeah.
Everything's going well. American public don't want to offend anybody. Henry Gates, shit. Let's just have a beer. Let's just get over. Just have a beer.
Skippy.
Let's have a beer and just call it even. Mr. Obama did all of those things that you're supposed to do when you're presidential. And when you're black, you gotta act that much better.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
But what America show you?
No.
America show you she don't give a damn about civility. She don't give a damn about so-called class. America wants to know who gonna crack down on black people. As congenial as Mr. Obama was, I'm sorry to tell you, when he got his orders in this house, he dropped more bombs. He dropped more bombs. He killed more people in foreign countries. He carried out more illegal acts. He wiretapped our phones. He violated our rights to privacy. He may have been all right before he got in this house, but once he got in there, he became a man that's doing their bidding. He just did it nicely and with a smile and looked real good doing it. I can't get up here and front like it all of a sudden changed. Black power?
Black power.
Donald Trump. I ain't gonna be long, but I gotta drop this.
Drop it.
Donald Trump has no character. But America lacks character.
All right. Yep.
White America lacks character. White America lacks honesty. White America lacks truthfulness. White America lacks fairness. And Donald Trump is just a product of what America really is, because God is bringing us to a certain point where he don't want us to be deceived no more. He want our enemy face to face. He don't want you deluded by no Obama or no Bill Clinton playing a saxophone. He wants you to know that you had your time of getting along up in here is over. The relationships that you have with America will stand no longer. White people are fighting for survival in their eyes, fighting for genetic survival. Where's Corey Long? I thought I saw him.
He's here. He is here.
Donald Trump called the black men who play football our brothers. He called them son of a bitches.
Oh, yeah. Disrespecting the women right there.
Yeah. He called them sons of bitches.
Yeah. Woo! Yeah. Yes, he did.
Get a new Black Panther Party a black hand.
Woo!
Donald Trump called black men, sons of bitches.
Come on now. Sure did. Yes, he did.
If you're a son of a bitch, as Donald Trump says, who is your mama?
Uh-huh.
Where I come from, you talk about my mama, that's some fighting words.
Exactly.
Where I come from, a man don't let nobody talk about his mama like that. He's ready to throw down. Where's your toughness, black man?
Come on and say it.
Where's your hard-nosedness, black man? Where's your anger, black man?
Oh, yeah.
Where's your militancy, black man?
Come on.
Donald Trump says black men are sons of bitches, and thereby he calls, pardon me, but I had to say it, he called the black woman a bitch as well.
Yeah. Surely did.
But let me tell this genetic recessive Caucasoid bastard
Get him.
something. The black woman is the mother of all living things.
Come on now.
The black woman is the mother of the brown man.
Yeah.
The black woman is the mother of the red man. The black woman is the mother of the yellow man. The black woman is the mother of all living things on the planet. It comes from the black woman.
Damn.
Bible say, honor your mother, honor your father, if your days are to be long upon the land that God have given thee. Every white person in this park, the black woman is your mama. Every white person under the sound of my voice,
Get him.
You wouldn't exist if it wasn't for this African woman.
Yeah. That's right. That's right.
Not only would you not exist in time, you wouldn't even made it up here in America.
Come on now. That's right.
Your woman didn't take care of your babies. It was black women on them plantations that took care of your little nasty babies.
Hell yeah.
They're black women,
Come on.
brothers, that have carried the load for us. It is black women that have laid down for the sake of protecting our lives and have done things that she didn't want to do, but she did it to protect us and to protect you. Praise God for the black woman.
Black power.
Black power. Black woman is God.
Black power.
Truth teller.
Protect us.
Black woman is
Where are the men?
Come on now. Black woman is God.
Where are the men?
Where are
The
they?
Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, 23 years ago, had a 1,000,000-man march. But guess what, black man? You can't get away with one day. God ain't gonna let you get away with one day. God ain't gonna let you get away with 1 year. President Trump is in office as a challenge to your manhood.
Yeah.
Black women are concerned about their future.
Right.
Black women are concerned about our children. Black women are concerned about where we going. Where are the men?
Good question.
Where are the men?
Perfect question. Good question.
I'm telling you this, black man, if we are unwilling and unable to provide a safe and secure future for our women, then we might as well exit the planet.
There you go.
Because you ain't doing nothing but wasting time out here. Everybody is making their move. Donald Trump, the black man is not a son of a bitch. He is the original man. He's the maker. He's the owner. He's the cream of the planet Earth, father of civilization. And he's the God of the universe.
Black power.
Black power.
Black power. Black power.
Black power.
He is your father, cracker.
Black power.
Donald Trump, I'm your daddy.
Damn.
That's right.
Damn.
I'm your daddy. And you are a child that's out of line. This is a child in the White House. Throwing a temper tantrum every 5 minutes.
That's right.
What kind of fool is this? Unable to control his emotions. Up all night on the TV screen, probably with a couple of pints of Hennessy.
Teach, brother, teach.
With
This man is a real live beast. It's scary. It's actually frightening,
Yes, sir.
Scared.
but it's reality.
Yes, it is.
Let me say this as I bring it on home. We must have reparations, full compensation for the theft of our land, the theft of our bodies, the theft of our people from Africa, the theft of our dignity,
Thanks, Miss Saturday. I appreciate that.
the desecration of our souls. Decade after decade after decade after decade after decade after decade. As I said, we don't want your food stamps.
No, sir, we don't.
We don't want no government handout.
We don't need it.
We don't want to be trying to fix up some paperwork so I can get Social Security. We want our own.
There you go.
Donald Trump, you don't want us. You don't want to be around us. Hot damn it, I don't want to be around you. You don't want to hang out with us. I say like Malcolm, I don't want to hang out with you. We want land. We want our own. You don't like us, Mr. Trump? Break us off some of this territory. You don't like us, Mr. Trump? You don't want to be around us? Then hand over the state of Florida.
That's right, take it. We'll take it. We'll take it.
Georgia.
And Georgia.
You don't want to be around us? Make a trade.
Tell it, tell it, tell it.
Give me Georgia.
Oh, yeah.
Give me Alabama.
All of it.
Give me South Carolina.
No, that's mine. That's my South Carolina.
Huh?
Give me D.C.
New York. Fuck DC.
Don't sit around here and beg you. Treat me right. Treat me right. Don't talk bad about me. Let me go. Let us go. Black power?
Black power.
Here's a man that called Africa a shithole. Africa, he says, him, I'm sorry about my language. I'm only reflecting the President of the United States of America. I'm only reporting the testimony. He calls Africa a shithole. I don't know about a shithole, but I do know who the biggest asshole is that's ever existed in the last 76 trillion years. And it's got to be this fool who lives right here behind us.
Undoubtedly.
Africa. Mr. Trump and all white people need to know this.
Tell them.
Africa is the birthplace of all civilization. Africa is the mother of all religion, all spirituality, all engineering, all arts, all sciences, all technology. The origin of it is in Africa.
Everything.
Whatever condition Africa is in, I blame it on the white man.
Blame it on him.
Huh? I blame it on the white man.
Yes, sir.
Messing up in Africa, robbing Africa, raping Africa. If you don't like Africa, get your bloody hands off of Africa and get your damn multinational blood-sucking companies out of Africa. Get your companies out of Africa. And leave our minerals, our diamonds, our gold to ourselves.
All of it.
Our land to ourselves.
That's right. Good teaching.
Good teaching. I've been inside what they call now South Africa. Others, but also South Africa, where they are taking the land back and giving no compensation.
Good teaching.
Where I go in South Africa, it's an all-black country. It's black people everywhere. Everywhere. Hell, what's wrong with that?
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing.
I felt good when I was in Africa.
Oh, yeah.
I felt good when I was in Soweto. I felt good when I was in Africa. If you don't like Africa, get the hell out of Africa. Get out of Africa, American multinational companies. Get out of Africa. Black power?
Black power.
Africa is the mother of civilization, the birthplace of it all. And you, sisters and brothers, as I conclude, you are the mothers and fathers of it all.
That's right.
We must have self-determination. Kujichagulia.
Self-determination.
Self-determination. Our case and our cause cannot get justice in America.
Right.
It have to be taken outside of America. Our case and our cause cannot be represented in America. It's got to be supported by the 1 billion Africans that are around the diaspora. We are not no damn minority. We outnumber them 11 to 12 to 1 on the face of the planet Earth. Stop acting like you a minority. 1 billion Africans get together, we'll rock this damn White House. Nothing can move on the planet if 1 billion Africans say they will unite.
That's real talk, brother. Woo. That's right.
And if nobody is willing to deal with it, the brothers and sisters you will hear from today are gonna deal with it.
That's right. Teach.
Good teaching.
Self-determination, a movement of our own, an education system of our own, a legal system of our own, a political system of our own, It's that time now.
That's right.
So every black man that's listening, I want to say this. God damn it, I'm still looking
Right, sir.
for 10,000 black men.
Yes, sir.
There we go.
Tell it.
I'm looking for you, Lazarus.
Tell it.
I'm looking for you, Lazarus.
one right
10,000. Go to blackmensmovement.org
Right, sir.
and sign in.
Uh-huh.
Go to blackmensmovement.org and sign in.
Blackmansmovement.org.
Blackmensmovement.org. Sign the skills bank. We're looking for 10,000 black men,
Right.
defense men, scholars, businessmen, fathers, husbands, men that will unite to change our condition. We are committed to this cause. We have an online university, ShabazUniversity.com.
Good teaching.
That's broadcasting right now.
That's right.
ShabazUniversity.com. It will be our educational program for the future.
Right, sir.
Black power.
Dr. Cornel West will be teaching.
Yes.
Dr. Tony Browder is going to be teaching. Professor Ashra Kwesi will be teaching.
Hell yeah.
Dr. Leonard Jeffries will be teaching. No longer will we, Sister Professor, the daughter of Malcolm X, Sister Professor Ilyasha Shabaz
Come on, teach us, brother.
will be teaching. Our own education system, ShabazUniversity.com, all of our great teachers will be teaching.
Yes, sir.
We must have our own. Self-determination for our own. There is no reforming Donald Trump. Donald Trump was born a devil and he'll die a devil.
Good talk. Yes, sir. No doubt about it.
He is unreformable. There is no goodness in his nature.
None.
And therefore he laugh at you when you tell him to straighten up his behavior. When he is so comfortable being his wicked, rotten, nasty self.
Yes, sir. Tell it. Tell it.
Being filthy and nasty is his religion and his way of life.
White supremacy is a religion.
Expose him.
I want to bring on to you now. Y'all all right?
Hell yeah.
Black power.
Black power.
Israel. It's the last criminal settler colony on the planet.
Yes, it is.
You hearing me?
Listen.
The so-called state of Israel oppressing the Palestinians have robbed the Palestinians.
That's what they're doing today.
Still to this day practicing an apartheid government in Palestine, still practicing apartheid.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Donald Trump say he moving the capital of Israel to Jerusalem.
That's what he said.
Who's he in the hip pocket of? Where's the head of Zionism? Is it in Tel Aviv or is it at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue? I say it's right behind me.
Don't get scared. Don't get scared now. Don't get scared now.
In the West, Northwest.
Justice for the Palestinian.
That's right.
Justice for those who are in Gaza.
Yes.
Justice for those who are in the West Bank.
Yes, sir.
Justice for those who who are striving to take back their land, not 1 square inch of Palestine was taken by legal means. It was all taken by illegal means.
Yes, sir.
All of it.
Teach.
We must have justice or else.
No peace.
Huh? Justice or else.
Come on. Justice else.
And somebody out here got to be strong enough, bold enough, and cold enough to make them answer for what they have done and doing and planning to do to our people.
That's a good teacher.
I volunteer. How about you?
I volunteer. I volunteer.
I'm here.
Volunteer.
America's days, due to its wickedness, are numbered. America's days, due to her inability to pay reparations and unwillingness, are numbered. America's days for violating the divine laws of God are numbered. It's a modern Sodom and Gomorrah. It's a modern Babylon. It's a modern wicked Rome. And just like the days of the British Empire, the sun did set on the British Empire. British said the sun would never set on the British Empire. The sun set on the British Empire.
That's what they said. That's what they said.
And I say to you, like the prophets of old, in America, your days are numbered.
Yes.
Everybody, I'm going to be recording the rest of my YouTube channel.
And we are here to call you out on your wickedness.
Yes, sir.
Right,
so, old Donald Trump, you keep on, devil.
check out YouTube.
You keep on with your Tomahawk missiles. You keep on with your prostituting and your whoring out of the White House. You keep on with your lying and stealing.
Yes, sir.
And God's wrath will increase on America.
Yes, it will. Yes, sir.
And it is. And damn it, and if we got to get out of here, we'll make our way to Africa.
Yes. Yes.
I want to bring on to you now another brother of mine. He will not change pace. He is a representative of a fierce and consistent and dedicated human rights advocate. He is the representative of one of the great black men in our sojourn in America. He is the chief minister of one of the most loyal disciples that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad has ever had. He is a representative of a man who had hearts, a man who had courage when they had threw down the messenger of God, when they had tossed his books down, tossed his name down, took down what he had put up, and threw the Honorable Elijah Muhammad away. One man stood up first, August 21st, 1977, and pronounced a declaration of spiritual warfare. And because of that declaration of spiritual warfare, many of us are free today. I don't care which way you got back to Elijah. You got to give some credit to Silas Muhammad for getting us back to Elijah. I don't care who got you back to Elijah. A man stood up and got you back to Elijah. Now I bring on his representative, his mouthpiece of a reparations freedom fighter from the Lost Found Nation of Islam, our brothers, the Lost Found Nation of Islam, and the representative from Honorable Silas Muhammad, Chief Minister Najib Muhammad.
Here we go. You know we here, man. See what we doing. See we here. Killing it up here, man. Yeah, no. There we go. There we go. See, we don't out there.
Yeah, I think it was right there.
I actually have some questions.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Assalamu alaikum. I don't hear you. Sound real good to me. All praises are due to Allah. In the name of Allah who came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad. We thank him for his coming to find us and for raising up the last messenger, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. Peace be upon him. And we thank the honorable Elijah Muhammad for giving spiritual birth to one like unto himself. In the person of the honorable Silas Muhammad, I greet you, Assalamu alaikum. Brothers and sisters, it is an honor to be here today. I thought that the park would be packed today, but it's evidence that our people are still suffering from the lingering effects of plantation slavery. Our people are running around doing their own thing. But I want you to know that it was our ancestors who paid a price so that we would be here today. Oh, we are in debt to our ancestors. We are in debt to our fathers, our grandfathers, our mothers, our grandmothers. But today, I want to talk to you about the conspiracy of silence and the human rights cover-up against African Americans. Now, Malcolm X. Malcolm made a statement in his book that's very, very interesting. And I agree with him 100%. He said the American black man needed to recognize that he had a strong, airtight case to take the United States before the United Nations on a formal accusation of denial of human rights. Now, you've heard people talk about Dr. Martin Luther King's dream, right? You've heard that, right? Well, Dr. King is not the only black man could dream. Malcolm also had a dream. Now, what was Malcolm's dream? What was his dream? He wanted to bring the United States government before the United Nations. That's what he wanted to do. But in 1965, while Malcolm was preparing his human rights petition to deliver to the United Nations, he was killed. But I will say this to you, and this is another statement that Malcolm made, and I agree with him 100%. Now listen at this. I must be honest. Negro African Americans showed no inclinations to rush to the United Nations and demand justice for themselves here in America. I really had known in advance that they wouldn't. And I agree with Malcolm 100%. Now, that was in 1965. 29 years later, in 1994, the Honorable Silas Muhammad fulfilled Malcolm's dream by delivering a human rights petition to the United Nations on behalf of 40 million Afro-descendants.
Yes, sir. I'm with it.
So let's give Malcolm a round of applause.
Yes, sir.
Now the U.S. government conspired. They covered up the fact that the Honorable Silas Muhammad delivered a human rights petition to the United Nations on behalf of 40 million Afro-descendants. Do you hear me? Yes, sir. I'm telling you, that which Malcolm wanted to do, Silas Muhammad did 29 years after him. That's right. You should give him a round of applause. Yes, sir. He did that on your behalf. No one else did it. I have the petition here with me. Yes, sir. And I want to read a statement from the petition. Listen, black man and woman. This is a reply that Mr. Muhammad received from the office of the United Nations at Geneva. Your communication dated March 18th, 1994. Dear Mr. Muhammad, this is to acknowledge the receipt of your communication referred to the above. Yes, sir. In accordance with a procedure set out in the enclosed resolution. A copy of your communication will be sent to the concerned authorities of the country. Now, what country is that? The United States of America. Yes, sir. And Bill Clinton, the Clinton administration, and Madeleine Albright, they covered it up from you. Yes, they did, Brother Malik. Brothers and sisters, you should support the Honorable Silas Muhammad. Yes, sir. Because he fulfilled that which Malcolm wanted to fulfill. That's right. Let's take a look at this this United States government. Let me have the red racist American. I want to show you something. I'm going to show you that they covered it up from you. From you. But he is a man that had enough love for you to go to the United Nations. Yes, sir. He made over 30 trips. Yes, sir. I'm there with you. Over 30 trips on your behalf. Yes, sir. That's right. And he can't get your support? If you want to support him, come out to Shiloh Baptist Church tomorrow. Yes, sir. That's right. Come and support him. Come and hear this man, because this man is a human rights expert. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm there with you. That's right. We have documentation where the authorities at the United Nations have sent him letters inviting him, acknowledging his expertise.